said that Paul Bunyan weighed 86 pounds at birth, and by the time he was 2 weeks old, he wrestled a full-grown grizzly bear with his bare hands. He had a beard 16 feet long when he was only 3 months old. By the time Paul Bunyan was 6 months old, he had grown too big for his parents' cabin, so he packed up his clothes and left for the hills to hunt and fish. Paul Bunyan became a mighty lumberjack who could cut down on a square mile of trees in less than an hour. It is said he kept a pine tree in his pocket to comb his beard and a pile of branches to pick his teeth. One winter night, he was in his cabin with his dog, Niagara. Suddenly, Paul heard a strange sound.
What's that noise? It sounds like thunder, but it doesn't thunder in a snowstorm. I reckon then we should go see what type of critter makes such an awful sound.
Paul picked up his axe and went out into the snow.
You ever seen things?
Well, Niagara, I don't recall seeing blue snow before. Do you?
Niagara shook his head as if to say, no.
I doubt we'll be able to see in this blue snow.
Paul wandered around in the snow until he almost tripped over something the size of a mountain.
What is this?
Paul spied 2 blue ears sticking out of the snow. He bent down and pulled them out.
Boy, what have we got here? What a beautiful blue ox you are. Let's get you home and warmed up. I bet you and I will be great friends.
Paul named the blue ox Babe, and they did become great friends. She helped Paul with his lumberjack business all over the country, from Maine to Michigan to Minnesota. One day, the 3 lumberjacks who worked for Paul finished clearing 43 acres of timber.
Paul, we're as hungry as a grizzly bear that just woke up from winter sleep.
Yeah, we need food and lots of it.
What are you going to do about it, Paul?
Well, I just sent Babe to bring back a trainload of peas from across the river, but I don't know what's holding her up.
My stomach's growling louder than a mountain lion. She'd better hurry.
Oh, you'll never believe what happened. Babe was pulling that locomotive over Raccoon Peak and flopped and decided to take a rest.
What's wrong with that?
She plopped herself right down and made a hole as big as Lake Michigan. All those peas just spilled in the hole with her.
No problem. We'll just hitch Babe up to the river over there and have her pull it over the hole she made. We'll have another Babe-made lake.
But Paul, what about our dinner?
I'll take care of that too, cook. Bring that wagon load of hams over here.
Paul had Babe pull the river over to the hole just like he had said.
Now, you lumberjacks, throw those hams in the lake. Cook, you make a big fire next to the cave over there. And Babe, you start trudging around in that hole.
Babe trudged around in that green mess for 2 hours.
Keep going, Babe, it's almost ready.
Before long, the wonderful smell filled the air.
All right, everyone, soup's on. Get your spoons and dig in.
Hooray! To this day, no one has ever made a better bowl of split pea soup. Paul had Babe pull the river straight back to camp, and the soup flowed right along behind her. Paul Bunyan and the lumberjacks filled up on split pea soup every day until their job in the forest was finished. Down south, people still talk about Old JohnHenry. Some folks even claim he was born with a sledgehammer in his hand. One day, the legend goes, JohnHenry decided to leave his family's farm and look for the railroad company.
What up with your railroad? They have a job? How much experience do you have, son?
I don't have any experience. I was born on house. You drive a van.
I'm sorry, young man. We can't use inexperienced men on our railroad. It takes 3 men to drive that spike into the ground, and if you don't do it just right, you'll end up hurting someone else.
Please give me a chance. I can hit that spike in all by myself.
You don't need any braggers around here. Go back where you came from.
Yep, no one can handle one of those spikes alone.
Just go back home and come back in a couple of years after some experience.
Let me show you how I work. Will someone volunteer to hold this spike for me?
I'm Little Willie. I'd be proud to hold that spike for you.
John Henry lifts up his hammer, swings it over his shoulder, and brings it crashing down on top of the spike. It immediately sinks into the ground.
John Henry, I'd be proud to have you on my crew.
John Henry worked for many months on the road. One day, salesmen came into the workers.
I'm here to talk to Captain Walters.
Here I am. What do you want?
Would you like to purchase the greatest new invention for breaking tunnels through mountains?
What are you talking about?
I have a steam drill. It can drill through rock faster than any man alive.
I don't need a steam drill. I have John Henry. He's stronger than any machine ever built.
Let's make a wager on that. Talk is cheap. If your man can beat my steam drill, I'll give it to you for free. If my steam drill wins, then you have to buy it.
I may just be a man, but I'll put my hammer down to death. Drill can beat me.
The next morning, people gathered from miles around to watch the contest begin. John Henry quickly swung into action, pounding his hammer rapidly into the pile of rocks. At the same time, another man began pushing the drill bit powered by steam into the mountain.
It's been 2 hours. How are you doing, John?
I feel as fit as a fiddle. How's the drill doing?
The machine is a little ahead right now.
Bring me another hammer. I'll use 2s at a time. This contest has just begun.
After 2 more hours,
Take a break, John Henry. The steam drill's bit just broke and it'll take a while to fix.
I can't stop now. I'm just getting warmed up.
John Henry kept on hammering until sunset.
Only a few more minutes. How are you feeling, John?
I just got up from a nap. I'm not gonna let this steam drill beat me.
John Henry continued to hammer harder than ever. Suddenly, Captain Walters blew his whistle, and the contest was over at last.
Who's the
winner?
John Henry won by 3 feet.
Yay!
Everyone cheered.
Yay!
But John Henry couldn't hear them. The heart of the big man